Good evening, Expert Corner Group YouTube channel. This is Mark. You can follow us on Facebook. I opened a can of worms because I said something about these cubes. Cubes. Let me make something clear about cubes. The bottom line with the cube is that you use a cube if you need to. If you use a cube and then use the cube the same way on both sides of the knife. However, it's easier for you to use it. And go off of that reading and don't kill yourself matching it. And go off of that reading and be comfortable with it. These cubes, all of them, here's 3 of the same ones. This is not as good. I found out when I got this one first that there was a better one. Then I got one that I thought was better, and this one has a quirk, so I got another one. And I like it. But I liked this one, and this one I just got to look for a inexpensive alternative to this, and it does a pretty good job. But when I started comparing it, it's technically, specifically, the numbers, this has the best numbers. And this is the first one that I ever started with from Wicked Edge that's heavy as a brick and doesn't light up and keeps on ticking. This is what they're using now, and it works great and it's simple to use. The bottom line is you gotta use what you can stand to use. By that I mean, I have the time and the wherewithal to play with things. And I thought there was a better, so I bought something that was better and more expensive. It is a better model with better features. It has more magnets and more lights, and it floats and it does all those things, and it's dual axis. But it has features that are unnecessary for this level of sharpening. We're just setting the angle so that the angle that we're setting is the same within about a tenth or a quarter of a degree is spot on, close enough. A tenth or a quarter of a degree is really close enough for the work that we're doing, and I'm looking to do 100th, 0.01 instead of 0.1, which is ridiculous. But that's just because I can get it and play with it. And I played with it and I liked it. Now when we're talking about cubes, this happens to be my favorite because of the specificity. Because you see the numbers and you know exactly where it is. That doesn't make me a better sharpener. Actually, that makes me worse sharpener because that shows you how far off my sharpening is. Whatever you can stand to use. If you have the wherewithal, the budget, the time to afford something better and you're using something that you think is crap and you can't stand to use it, then buy yourself something better. That's the bottom line. Your budget determines what you're using. The better ones have better features. They have more magnets, they float, they rotate. That's nice. This one and this one have pretty much the same features, and this one is about a quarter of the price. I just found this recently. Talking about these cubes. These, you take them out of the box, you put a battery in them, you zero them out, and you use them. These have to be calibrated when you get them. They have a calibration step, both of them, without going through it, just to give you an idea. 1, 2, 3, all from mail order, all under 3 different dealer names. None of them have dealer names on them, and all of them had different printed instructions that were all printed in English, but it was obvious that it was a translation made by someone who spoke English as a second language. So because of the idioms, it's hard to understand. And I myself went to YouTube and searched videos, and I found a lot of Chinese men making videos that were hard to understand. So just so you know, there is an instruction process. And what it says is you start it facing one way and you turn it facing the other way. And that's like a step one. Then step two, you start it facing one way and then you rotate it facing the other way for step two, and then you push a button. And for step three, you start it this way, and then they tell you, I'm looking at it because it's sort of a horizontal rotation. You start it this way, and you end up this way. And then this one to this way. It shows you a picture of how you go through the steps and you read the buttons. They're all the same. This one is similar. You start it one way, you turn it the other. You start it one way, you turn it the other way. So when you go to look at the instructions, I don't mean to belittle anybody. I've looked at videos on YouTube that left me scratching my head. I've read instructions from 3 different ones that left me scratching my head. So I understand that. What you're expecting to need to do is go from a position to a position, from like a position to a position, from a position to a position. And it takes those readings and it sets it up so that when you start to use it like that, it's dead on. So you know what to expect. I don't know, in this cheap one was the same sort of deal. When I looked at it, I said, oh, now I know what to expect. And when you look at the pictures and an arrow, you can figure it out. It just tells you which button to push and it makes a beep. And I had to do it even knowing, after doing it once or twice, knowing what to do. Some of them I have to do 2 or 3 times because it's not complicated. It's just sort of iffy. Anyway, so that's what to expect with them. With a cube, just use a cube. So you can set your angles from side to side so you can match them. So you match your settings. So with your V grind knives, you stand a chance of having the vise set so you can get the bevel heights you deserve based on how well you sharpen. Then it won't be because of the cube. Any cube will do that. A cube that gives you within a 1/2 of a degree will do that for you. The widest ones are like a 1/10 of a degree, which is really super tight and all you need. The 100th of a degree that I do is ridiculous, and like I said, the only reason I do it is because I saw it and I bought it years ago when it wasn't so pricey, and I've been using it. Good luck to y'all. Any of your questions are appreciated. Thank you. I figure if I run into this, so y'all know, I figure if I run into this with my collecting and my doing, there's other goofy people out there that are like me that have had the same questions and challenges trying to figure out what is the difference. And I'm trying to share that experience with people so that they know what they're shopping for. Thanks.